Right, so I'm not too sure where this camera is. So version 2 G&G gearbox, blowback system. I've taken a lot of it off already, so I'm not messing about with it for video purposes because it's quite a faff. So I've got the cylinder ready to come off, and then I'll strip the gearbox down. That's what's come off. That's your blowback plate. It's not needed once this goes in, so you can simply get rid of it. So put that to one side. SMP unit, pipe. That's going to sit in the back. Trigger unit, which will go in place of the trigger. Control board, which does your off and your dwell, so that'll control dwells for your air bottle, to make sure you're getting the right amount of air and it cuts off at the right time, so you're not overfilling the barrel or underfilling the barrel with air. So let's take this off here. Oh, by no means easy. So if you've got a gearbox with one of these on it, you have to take this off, but you also, when you're done, have to put this back on, because of the hole there. There's a hole there, you can see that. That has to go back on, and it needs to go back on because of the way the setup is. Your charging arm sits on it, so you have to put it back on, unfortunately. So you'll also notice that when these screws are coming out, it's a different size. That one, the small one, always goes in to the top half. Let's get that out of the way. It's just this last one now, so I'll keep my hand on here to make sure. The gearbox doesn't come apart before I want it to. That. So now what comes out of here, that's surprising, brand new gearbox, and as you can see that spring's been cut down. Shouldn't be like that. So gear can go and the reversal latch can go. Tappet plate, piston, all that can go. All the gears. Gear can go, reversal spring can go, come off. There's a screw for the, so let's just take that out for a minute. So all of this is going to go as well. But you'll need to keep the little screw, because in its place is going to be going the new trigger mechanism. So all of that's going to go. Keep it as a spare if you've got another AEG or whatever. So that's come out. So personal preference now is if you wanted to, you can take these bushings out. You don't have to take the bushings out, it's entirely up to yourself if you want to or not. I'm not going to, because I can't be arsed. Just give it a bit of a wipe up. I forgot to grab some cleaning stuff while I was getting all this out. Not too sure what that's for. So one thing you can get rid of as well is that, because that's not needed either. Bearing in mind, for anybody that's watching this, I've never done this before, so if you're wondering why it's a bit slow and I'm not too sure, I'm a bit cautious with what I'm doing, it's because I haven't done it, which isn't the best thing to be messing with, since I've never done it before. So pop that up there out of the way. So that little screw mentioned before, you're going to need that now to go in there. Put the blue one in there. So that's that. Let's move that out of the way. Pop it there for a minute. SMP unit. So that just sits there, like so. Put your pipe down there. That's where that's going to sit. That sits in there. Now, if you look at that, it's got the lines in it. It's because with those lines, you want it to sit in the lines that are in there. Put that in there, because that is what your stock pin's going to go into. So that's that there. Let's move that. In fact, let me connect this first. Where's that going? Okay. That's in there. That's going to be a problem, I think, when you're trying to put that back on. Yeah, this isn't a thing to be doing. I think that can go, I'm not too sure. I don't know why I put gloves on. so once that's on, you just want to check that's hitting that little, tap it in there, which it is. What I'm going to do, just so that doesn't fall out of there, just pop that in there. There we go. So that. So this is front wired gun, but I'm going to make it so it comes out the rear. I'm going to adjust it slightly. So what you do is just put the laser in. And that over the top. It's out of the way. You want that over the top, you see. And then you want that to come over. So you can either try and run it down here if you want, or just run it straight through so it's sticking out the back. So SMP's in. Buffer tube stops in, triggers in, trigger max in. Just make sure that I've got everything in there. Yep. It's the one thing I hate about doing this, is that little plate that's down there. That gets my tits. So that plate's going properly, is it? Really stopping it. The springs come out as well.